These jelly cookies are always a crowd favorite. Here's how to make them from home. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Chef Rich. Today we're going to be making one of my favorites, Linzer cookies. Everyone knows what Linzer cookies are. However, most bakeries and supermarkets don't make real Linzer cookies. Most places do something called a regular short dough or just like a basic butter dough. True Linzer cookies come from Linz, Austria, and have a very, very special dough to them. The dough is normally made from either hazelnuts, sometimes called filberts, or on occasion I've seen it done with almonds. The one I'm used to doing is with filberts. And it also has a lot of cinnamon, and it's a really great tasting dough. It's one of the best tasting cookie doughs I've ever had, but most places don't even know what a true Linzer cookie is. So today we're gonna actually do a true Linzer cookie and show you how to fill it, and they're one of the best tasting cookies you'll ever have. So over here I have some unsalted butter. I have a half pound of unsalted butter, and we're gonna cream this with our sugar. Our butter and sugar is creaming, we are going to sift our flour. And we're also going to add our baking powder and our cinnamon and sift this all together. Once our butter and sugar is creamed together, we're going to add our eggs and mix it just for about 20 seconds. We just scrape down our bowl. Now we're going to add our vanilla and our sifted flour. And I just mix this for a couple seconds slowly, and now I'm going to add our hazelnuts, our ground hazelnuts, and our cake crumbs. By the way, when I say that they're cake crumbs, they're literally a yellow cake that I've put in a food processor and then just kind of dried them out a little bit, so that's what the cake crumbs are. And then we're going to mix it together. So we mixed our dough just for another few seconds until it all came together. I scraped it down one time and then mixed it for another like 30 seconds. Now what we're gonna do, this dough has to either sit overnight in the refrigerator or at least for several hours in the refrigerator before you can work with it. So this does have to be done a little bit in advance. Now, to be truthful, this is one of the hardest doughs I've ever worked with in my life, meaning it just falls apart very easy. So what we're gonna do to make our life easy is we're gonna put it in between two pieces of parchment paper, and we're gonna roll it out to cookie thickness right now. And later on, what's gonna happen in the refrigerator is the butter is gonna kind of solidify and the dough's gonna get hard. What's gonna happen is we're gonna take it out of the refrigerator and we can just cut our cookies immediately without playing with the dough. Because once this dough comes up to room temperature, it falls apart very, very easy. One thing I will advise you on, see how there's like cracks in here? What you're gonna do is you're just gonna lift this up and put it back down and re-roll it. And you want to get it pretty even. Our Linzer dough was in the refrigerator for probably about 5 hours at this point. I'm gonna peel this off. And you do have to work with this somewhat quickly, because once the butter gets soft, the dough gets very, very soft and it gets very hard to work with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out cookies. You wanna go as close as you can, that way you get the most amount of cookies possible. If it comes off, then you can just put it directly onto your, this is a parchment lined baking sheet. If it doesn't come out, then don't worry about it, we'll fix that in a minute. I have 26 circles, so that means 13 are gonna be for the bottom and 13 are gonna be for the top. The top ones, I'm taking a little heart-shaped cookie cutter. I'm gonna make little hearts in each one. If you don't like hearts, you can do whatever you like. I think the hearts look very, very cute in the cookies, so I use that. Our Linzer cookies are now cool, and now we're gonna make the filling. And you wanna do this last minute when you're ready to fill them. Because once this, we're gonna be making just a jelly filling. And what I have here is just a 12-ounce jar of raspberry jam. I'm going to be adding just a little bit of water. I find that the water helps it's just gonna have to cook an extra couple seconds because of the water. I find it does kind of helps it break apart a little bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up to a simmer. And once it comes up to a simmer, we're gonna simmer it until it gets thick. Cooking this for about 20 seconds or so, and you notice that it's pretty much totally liquid at this point. What's gonna happen is it's gonna come up to a simmer, and we're gonna simmer it, like I said, until it gets thick, and I'll show you what it looks like then. We have our Linzer cookies over here. They're nice and cool now. Over here I have all the tops, and these are what I call face up, meaning this is the inside. These are the bottoms of the cookies. And you notice that this is like the top that was in the oven. So now these are face down. Why? Because this is going to be the bottom of the cookie. What we're going to do with these, while our jellies right now is cooking, we're going to top these with confectioner sugar. So how do you know when it's ready? You'll notice when I pick it up in a spoon, it's quite thick at this point. So we're going to go for about another 5 seconds and it's good. And I'll see you over by the cookies. So at this point you have to kind of work fast, because what's going to happen is when the jelly cools, it's going to set, and you're not going to be able to do this. And you put the top on it immediately before it sets. You notice how it's nice and thick. But like I said, you do have to work with this while it's hot, because once it cools, you can't work with it. So put some Linzer cookies on a platter for you to take a look at. Now comes my favorite part. Cheers. Really, really, really good. You taste the cinnamon, you taste the nuts. The Linzer dough just brings this type of cookie to a whole new level. If you never had this type of dough, it is seriously like the best tasting dough you'll ever have. And the cookies are also just wonderful together with the raspberry jam. Just a really, really great cookie. If you like cookies, if you like Linzer cookies, you will love these. Anyway, one other quick note. So I was making the jelly before. If you ever do actually try this cookie, you'll be cursing at me when it comes time to clean that pot, because the sugar sticks to the pot. So get that clean. Put like half an inch of water in the pot, bring it up to a boil, and let it boil for a minute or so. What happens is the sugar will dissolve and then it cleans like that. So just some helpful hint. Anyway, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And tell me what type of cookies you'd like to make. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and be safe, everyone. Bye-bye.